Movie Shorts Hub presents Cinematic Dissection, a 2015 Japanese action horror epic reimagined through a Western cultural lens. Greetings, fellow cinephiles and thrill seekers. Welcome once again to Movie Shorts Hub, your premier destination for incisive, exhilarating, and culturally adapted explorations of global cinema. In today's expansive analytical feature, we immerse ourselves in the kaleidoscopic psychological horror of Tag 2015, a cinematic gem from Japan that expertly fuses metafiction, cyberfeminism, surrealism, and existential dread. This mind-warping narrative blends anime-style brutality with philosophical questions about identity, female autonomy, voyeurism, and the commodification of pain. Through our Western lens, this film becomes more than just horror. It's a protest, a reflection, and a coded rebellion against oppressive structures. Title, Tag 2015, The Metaphysical Wind of Annihilation. Pedagogy and Dismemberment. Our journey begins on an innocuous morning, with two school buses coasting down a serene rural road. The passengers are cheerful, uniformed teenage girls headed for class. They embody innocence, youth, and camaraderie, chatting, laughing, and engaging in teenage banter. Among them is Mitsuko, a quiet, pensive girl lost in her notebook. She appears different from the others, not just introverted, but spiritually detached. Her classmates tease her. Why write so much? Enjoy life. This simple interaction plants early seeds of Mitsuko's alienation from the performative social expectations imposed on women. Then, chaos. As Mitsuko bends to pick up her dropped pen, the film explodes into carnage. A monstrous invisible force slices both buses and their occupants in half. Blood and limbs fly. The screen is filled with screams, torsos, and silence. Mitsuko is the lone survivor, spared by her downward posture. This surreal wind, violent, precise, invisible, becomes a recurring entity throughout the film. It is metaphorical and literal, representing fate, control, male aggression, and the systems that punish women for nonconformity. Flight through allegory, escape, identity, and rebirth. Mitsuko escapes the bus wreckage and flees into the woods, traumatized and disoriented. She discovers a river littered with mutilated corpses, confirming she's not hallucinating. In a raw survival moment, she takes the uniform of a dead girl and walks until she stumbles into another school. But things are different. The uniforms are not the same. The girls act like they know her, intimately, affectionately. One introduces herself as her best friend. Mitsuko, still in shock, is unable to comprehend this new reality. The confusion deepens. Mitsuko doesn't recall these people or this school, yet she is pulled into the social fabric as if she belongs. Her best friend kisses her hand. Other students treat her like she's always been there. Mitsuko, still haunted by the bus massacre, questions her own identity and reality. Soon, the deadly wind returns. It slices through the school too, cutting classmates in half. Once again, Mitsuko survives. The cycle repeats. This reveals the film's central theme. Mitsuko is not living a linear life. She is cycling through roles, student, bride, athlete, within a world shaped by invisible rules. She flees with a group of girls to a tranquil lake. They ponder deep philosophical questions. Is this a dream? A parallel reality? One girl mentions mirror worlds. Perhaps they're experiencing a simulation, and every decision spawns another. The group briefly plays with pillows, trying to find joy. A crocodile suddenly appears and devours a girl. The moment is absurd yet terrifying, underscoring the film's ongoing tension between comedy and horror, innocence and destruction. The education machine, institutionalized violence and control. The girls return to the classroom. Mitsuko picks up a pillow, echoing the earlier event, and is once again plunged into nightmare. This time, the teachers begin firing machine guns at the students. Mitsuko survives with the help of her friends. The school, once a place of learning, becomes a war zone. Teachers transform into executioners. Authority is weaponized. In panic, Mitsuko flees to the police, hoping for help, but reality shifts again. She is now dressed in a wedding gown. Her reflection shows a different face. The policewoman congratulates her. Mitsuko is ushered into a marriage ceremony she doesn't understand. Her best friend is there, whispering warnings. Play along, or we'll both die. During the wedding, her groom is revealed to be a grotesque pig in a coffin. The metaphor is loud and clear. Women are married off to beasts under the illusion of tradition. Mitsuko and her friend rebel. They fight and kill their way out. This scene reflects Mitsuko's inner resistance to being molded into roles, student, bride, against her will. Velocity and disorientation, the athlete's paradox. Next, Mitsuko is in a marathon, mid-race, dressed in athletic gear. She's hailed as a champion. Her friends, now dead, appear as supportive spectators. As she runs, her fragmented memories blur past. Each setting shifts her role, but never her essence. She's always running, surviving, searching for truth. She's pursued by the pig and two monstrous brides from earlier scenes. The race leads to an underground lair where zombified girls chant, "You'll die here too." Mitsuko is trapped in a recurring nightmare, forever chased, forever hunted. Her best friend reveals the truth. This is not the real world. They are digital simulations inside a video game. Mitsuko and the other girls were created from DNA after their actual deaths. The world they inhabit is controlled by a sadistic old man, a gamer who derives pleasure from manipulating their pain. Every massacre, every wedding, every scene is designed for his entertainment. Digital reality unveiled, consent, code, and sacrifice. Mitsuko is shattered. Her life is not her own. Her body, mind, even death, all scripted. She recalls a conversation about breaking the game. Do something truly impossible. Mitsuko grabs a weapon and stabs herself. Her final act is one of defiance, not surrender. She denies the gamer control. The simulation collapses. In the real world, the old man gasps. He never expected resistance. Mitsuko's self-sacrifice becomes an act of revolutionary liberation. Her friends follow suit. They too end their avatars, forcing their escape from the loop. The film closes with Mitsuko walking alone in a snowy landscape. She is finally free, her real body, her real mind, untouched by the controller's gaze. Interpretive epilogue, the matrix of gender, violence, and resistance, is not simply a horror film. It is a layered allegory, a feminist manifesto, and a critique of media voyeurism. Through endless loops and shifting identities, Mitsuko confronts what it means to exist in a world where your story is written by someone else. Her escape is not just from a simulation, but from societal expectations. She rejects roles forced upon her, the diligent schoolgirl, the docile bride, the obedient athlete. By denying the script, she becomes the author. She reclaims agency. The tag in the title symbolizes control. Being marked, chased, hunted. It's a metaphor for how women are categorized and controlled in patriarchal systems. The invisible wind is societal pressure. The game is the entertainment industry. The player is society itself. Mitsuko's final act, killing herself, is not defeat. It is the only way to win. In death, she finds autonomy. In ending the game, she begins her life. If cerebral cinematic critique like this electrifies your mind, become part of the Movie Shorts Hub revolution. Subscribe, like, comment, and share your requests for future deep dives. Because here, we don't just explain movies, we decode them with nuance, insight, and transformative clarity. Until next time, question the script, challenge your roles, and remember, not all winds are weather, and not all pigs are merely animals.